Dwight Wright, 2005 Kildare Street. I'm addressing you again tonight seeking clarification for some of the statements made on behalf of the city in an article that appeared on AL.com concerning the fence that is being constructed in front of the historic McCormick House. I, along with several of the neighbors, spoke at the last city council meeting concerning the fence and the need for it. There seems to be a lot of confusion on what the purpose of the fence was and how it was to be constructed. The article states, city officials say they were led to believe that Wright would install a standard decorative fence. And it's quoted as saying, everyone was quite clear in their communications with Mr. Wright that we were all talking about a small decorative fence, Mr. Jeffrion told AL.com on Wednesday. It also quotes him as saying no one has any recollection of a fence of that magnitude. These comments contain a lot of subjective words that most likely would have a different meaning to everyone in this room. Standard decorative fence, small decorative fence. It seems to me that these discussions that Mr. Jeffrion mentions were to get us to a point that agreement could be reached. That agreement being the license agreement that was put on the agenda in July and approved by the entire council. I would assume that the license agreement would contain all the important specifications that could be clearly understood and measured by anyone reading the agreement. Not phrases like small, standard, decorative, but phrases like not to exceed X feet, must be made of X material, must comply with X standard or ordinance. No such language is in the agreement. Obviously, the city's recollection of conversations and my recollections are different, but isn't that why we both had lawyers to work on this agreement, so that both sides would be clear? So that after all the discussions and negotiations are complete, do we not rely on the final document as the record of what was decided? And where in that document are the limitations and restrictions that are now being referenced? What objective criteria are specified? Mr. Jeffrey also stated in the article, I'm sorry, but the fence is not attractive. Aesthetics are an issue as well. What about the complete design is not attractive? Is it the paint color that is not liked, the finials that we plan to use, the landscaping that would be put in place? These questions are hard to answer since you cannot see the finished design. Judging the attractiveness of the fence at this point is a lot like saying you don't like a house that's just been framed. And one final question. Mr. Jeffrion also stated that the city needs to hang on to this right-of-way on Kildare Street because the area may require public improvements in the future. I would like to ask what improvements are planned that would make use of this unusually shaped right-of-way.
Thank you.